So, my dear, how exactly did you manage to escape from Team Ragnarok? Oh, I guess you could say I had a bit of help. Really? From who? I doubt that any of the dreaded hooligans living here would actually bother helping such a beautiful lady such as yourself. Well, unless one of them actually had a change of heart, but I highly doubt that would be the case for these money-loving grunts. Ugh, I'm getting wound up just thinking about it. How could they do this to you? And their leader. Oof, when I get my hands on them, I am going to teach them a lesson they will never forget. But you don't have to worry about that now, my lovely Rachel. Not now. Ah! Oh, don't worry, Thor. It will be a time I'll never forget, all right. Nice to be finally out of that hideous gown. I was starting to look sick just looking at myself in the mirror. Oh, my head. Who dares attack me? Rachel! Oh, my lovely Roselia! What's happened to you? Don't worry, my dear. Whoever did this to you will be punished! Sweet Arceus, you're thick. Honestly, months I've had to put up with you. And for what? Just to gather a bit of information? Honestly, this is the most humiliating job I've ever accepted. What? What are you talking about? Wait. I don't understand. Do I really have to spell everything out for you? Fine, since you're too brain dead to put the pieces together yourself. You see, Thor, while I was hanging out with you, I've been gathering information and leaking it to Team Bedrock. A big oaf such as yourself would chat about just about anything to a friend. Wait, so everything I told you about my missions, about the scrolls? You were a spy. You think? Why do you suppose we were always one step ahead of you at finding those scrolls? We had the perfect insider source. You. Honestly, it was so easy getting you to tell me what we needed to know. I mean, you didn't even bother keeping secrets with me. I knew almost everything, and how to keep you guys busy until we could attend to the matter at hand. But of course, you would do anything for your lovely Rachel. But I love you. I know. But isn't love the world's greatest puppeteer? Oh, breaking their spirits. This is my favourite part. Now I remember why I love doing this job so much. It's so satisfying getting into their heads just to break their spirits with a classic betrayal. And to think, with all the time I wasted spending with you, I almost forgot that. Ah, yes, you're still here. I almost forgot for a second. And you think you can stop me? Oh, that is cute. Well, let me tell you a little secret. I'm not just some espionage member of Team Ragnarok. I am their leader. I am the commander of this guild, And, thanks to your bulk-headed friend here, I know every move you'll make. So if you think you can stop me just because you've beaten me a few times, you can think again. Because those times weren't even legit. You know why? Because I let you win. I was only testing your skills, and now you shall face me at my true potential. Team Ragnarok will be delivering these scrolls to our client, and there is nothing you can do to stop us. Now, let's have a bit of fun, shall we? I've studied you for too long, player. You can't surprise me. Go, Mighty Enna! Then again, I've been wrong before. No matter, all the Pokémon I've been using beforehand were flukes in comparison to what I have in store for you. Go, Scrafty! I'm still not impressed. Crush 'em, Crawdunt! You are really starting to tick me off now. Rip them to shreds, Woolert! Well, it appears you truly have gotten stronger since our last encounter. No matter, the gloves are off now. Bear witness the might of my strongest Pokémon. Go, Hoolefficent! Oh my, aren't we in trouble? Ladies and gentlemen, meet Hoolefficent, the Mistress Pokémon. It's the long-awaited split evolution to Hoolusion, evolving again once it reaches level 30, like Horrific, only it must know a Dark-type move in order to become Hoolefficent. And Darkness is what this Pokémon has given into, in this corrupt form. In ancient times, this Pokémon was said to be the Shadowbringer, bringing both chaos and fear to wherever it went. Legends say that this Pokémon was formed when a Hoolusion's tail was cut off by a mischievous hunter. It shows compassion nor sympathy for no one. However, in the darkness of moonlight, it's said that you can hear its mournful cries as it sorrows for its lost tail. Well played, player. Well played. Congratulations, player. If I didn't know better, I would have thought that you were the one who was holding back the whole time. But know this, I shall never underestimate you again. If you and the Double C want these pathetic scrolls, then fine, you can take them. However, Team Ragnarok never leaves a job half done. Capturing our base, as well as most of our recruits, proves nothing. See you around, player. Oh, and if you see that amnesiac professor, tell him I said hi. Also, thank you to the both of you for being so gullible. Ugh. Forgive me, player, but my heart has been shattered. All this time, my sweet Roselia was merely an Ekans under its rose, and Ugh. Oh my goodness, Four, I'm so sorry. I'm sure this must come quite a shock to you. You're sure? With respect, Aberdeen, the woman I loved, that I trusted, She never really cared about me in reality. She only really used my love as an excuse to benefit her and a pitiful excuse for a guild. I know, and fake love is something that no one should experience. All the same, you and the player here have at least helped us recover the scrolls that were captured. It is suspicious, though, that Team Ragnarok would give them up so easily after going through all this trouble to obtain them. That's all you can think about? After everything I've been through? After Rachel stabbed me in the back just to gain information on these blasted scrolls? Which we could have obtained if I just... Oh, Arceus. Himmel. Why did she choose me? Of all the guild members, of the entire region, why me? You're the closest guild member to Odon outside of the Double C. Not to mention, she probably assumed you were the weakest link. But I am. I'm one of the strongest trainers in my guild, and yet I was deceived by her so easily. And I've neglected my duties time and time again. And now, my ignorance has come back to spit me in the face. Ugh, this is all my fault! Why didn't I listen to my father? Or anyone? That's all in the past for. Our mistakes only defy us if we do not learn from them. Now, I'm sorry to do this to you on such short notice, but considering that you've disobeyed a direct order and participated in a job which you were not requested to do, I'm afraid you're going to have to be reported to the Double C. Of course, I asked for this. Very well then, Aberdeen. You can depend on my cooperation. Thank you. Now, you'll have to come with us for questioning. Just wait here for a moment. Player, I would like to thank you for your help. In my travels across the world, I have met so many different trainers, each with their own unique experiences and stories to tell. And I can see that yours are coming into shape quite nicely. You have more than proven your reliability with the Double C. And, thanks to your help today, Team Bedrock has been officially disbanded. Their guild shall be decommissioned, and any members that have escaped shall be captured and hunted down. Now I shall take my leave, but before I go, perhaps I can recommend one last challenge for you, if you're interested. You see, there's one more path you can take amongst the coast of the country. Travel down this path and you can take on one of the strongest guilds in the region. Well, it's not technically a guild anymore, so it's more like the strongest guild master. I've heard you've had a bit of a hobby lately of challenging them. He's a bit of a hermit, but I'm sure he'll offer a great one for you. What do you think? Excellent. However, make sure to be careful. He's not too fond of visitors. However, your interest for battle should pique his own. Also, here's a little something to help you out during your match. Best of luck, player.
Supercharged.
The Axe Fragment introduces us to Armor-Charged Haxorus, armed to the teeth with tougher armor and axes everywhere. It's equipped with super focused energy blades, which it can use to slice through steel. On top of that, its new ability, Fairy Armor, protects it from fairy-type attacks, reducing the damage from 4 to 2. Its supercharged Dragon Axe not only allows it to ignore protecting-based attacks, but it also allows it to do super effective damage against fairy-type Pokémon. Well, that was a bit of a mood lash from what just happened beforehand, but still, you can't help but feel sorry for 4 after everything that's happened. Still, the situation has been taken out of our hands now, so there's not much we can do about it. Still, as upsetting as these events were, hopefully 4 will finally learn some sense from them. Regardless, let's take Himmel's advice and check out this lone guild, shall we? You know, with how many axes this Pokémon has, I wouldn't be surprised if Dr. Beeching had one. As we travel to the coast of the country, we get to see more of Corvin Valley's beautiful scenery. In these magnificent lands, you can expect to find a ton of Pokémon, including some good sea Pokémon if you decide to go surfing. Newbies include Gupplefish, Guppaloid, Burlisipede, Leaparact, Critonium Gastrodon and Ursushi, and Shrewderol. And the oldies include Pelipper, Braviary, Bleasel and Floatzel, Larvitar, Feebas, Barrascure, Gyarados, and Houndoom. So yeah, nothing that we haven't seen before. In fact, I think we've already encountered every new common Pokémon you can find in the region. The only thing that's left to look for now are more armor-charged forms to boost our ranks. So let's go looking for those, shall we? I mean, we're definitely gonna need it if the next guild is just as strong as Aberdeen said it was.
Supercharged.
Starting us off, the Jab Fragment will give us access to armor-charged Toxic Croak. As well as having the ability to stretch out its new arms to increase its ranged power, it can now inject poison into its upgraded claws from the poison cheek on its stomach. The venom this upgraded form can produce is like acid and can corrode almost anything it touches. Its move, Supercharged Dart Frog, allows it to fire off its claws from its arms like darts, which then inject poison into the opponent, causing a random status condition to be inflicted.
Supercharged.
The Tengu Fragment will give us access to Armor-Charged Shiftry. It's said that this upgraded form will awaken an ancient power within Shiftry's DNA, thus giving it this armor-charged form which grants it the flying type. Its upgraded fan hands are not only super sharp, giving them extra cutting power, but Shiftry can now use them to glide. On top of that, its new whirlwind hair can be used to create tornadoes and sustain airtime. Its move, Supercharged Makeshift, allows it to whip up a leaf tornado which blows away the opponent and any other field effects. Similar to Halucha's Flying Press, this move doubles as both a grass and flying type move.
Supercharged.
Next up, we have the Polar Fragment, which gives us access to Armor-Charged Beartic. This more combat-oriented form grants this Pokémon heart-piercing armor, as well as the ability to combine its claws into a powerful blade. With them, this creature can pierce through glaciers in seconds, and its move, Supercharged Glacier Blade, allows it to do just that. It also does more damage if the opponent is frozen. That's pretty much it for now. It is a shame that we've almost uncovered all of this region's wonders, but still, there are a few adventures waiting for us around the corner, such as the next sight to see on our list, the Tri-Blades of Trust. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Tri-Blades of Trust. These 3 standing stones have been set for thousands of years as a marker to the end of the Krytonium War. It was in these ancient grounds where the final battle of the conflict reigned, and where it all ended. Out of the 100 years at which the war went on, it was said to be the bloodiest, and the straw that broke the Camarup's back, at which Arceus came down from the heavens and, well, if you've been following everything so far, you know the rest. The 3 stone swords were marked into the ground as a sign of putting down all weapons and ending the conflict once and for all. And ever since then, rune stones had been placed all around the area as a memorial for the many lives that were lost not just in this battle, but through most battles in the Krytonium War. Mysteriously, both Renestone and Galarian Yamask can be found here, crawling across the site. In fact, if you bring them both here, you'll be able to access their evolutionary forms, Profarok and Runerigus. Quite strange, isn't it? Anyway, let's not disturb this site any longer. We only have one other place we can visit on this route, so let's move on. And here we are, at Land's End. Welcome to Nocturna Coast. As far as the eye can see, there's only a handful of things here, including rapid waves, rocky beaches, and a single lone lighthouse, which, as you can imagine, is this lonesome Pokémon guild, which Aberdeen told us about. Admittedly, I'm not too fond of visiting this Pokémon guild master, but we've come this far, so might as well see it through. Okie dokie then, here goes nothing. To save you a long explanation, there are no gimmicks that this guild has. In fact, as you climb up this lighthouse and its spiral staircase, there's nobody here at all. Just a handful of dusty and empty rooms, and a strange pink light which emanates from the lighthouse above. As your curiosity grows, you climb closer and closer to the top, and eventually, we come across a face. Is he... Seems like a strong silent type. Well, luckily I managed to pick up a few things while we were climbing up the lighthouse, so if you look around for a bit, you'll be able to gather a bit of information about this guy. So, to fill you in, because he's obviously not going to, his name is Creed, and he used to be the Pokemon Guild Master of this place. However, one day his guild just closed down. Everybody left to find greener pastures, except for him. As for the reason why, well, I'm sorry, I just can't help but feel a little creeped out while looking at this guy, and while you stare at him, you can't help but feel that as well. As you both stare each other down, you feel a strange energy pulsing from him. Behind him you can see the glass upon the lighthouse cracked, and the bulb flickers that pink light that guided you towards this place. And all this time, Creed still doesn't respond to you. He just stares at you, those dull eyes. He seems pretty disinterested in your presence. That is until he notices that you're a Pokemon trainer. After that, he slightly nods, and prepares to battle you. Oh, heading straight into it now, are we? Okay then. Creed is one of the strongest, nay, the strongest guild master you will ever face up until this point. He appears to specialize in psychic Pokemon, and they are all remarkably high level too, capping around the 50 stage at least. And being the strongest guild master so far, he not only has one gimmick when you battle him, he has two. One is that a mystic terrain will be set up, boosting his psychic-type moves. Another appears to be his impatience. You see, he doesn't really want to spend all of his time battling you. So, when the match starts, you will have a timer of 5 minutes. And if you're unable to knock him out before that timer runs out, you automatically lose. So, you better bring your A game if you want to beat him. Phew, Aberdeen wasn't kidding when he said... Wait. Hold on. What are we doing back out here? I mean, we were in the lighthouse, then the battle ended, and then... that's it. Nothing. In fact, the only thing you can remember after the battle was Creed pulling a small smile. Even the pink light which drove you towards the top of the lighthouse is now gone. Oh well, at least we get the extra points to improve our rank. Not to mention, if you look in your bag, you'll mysteriously see a TM for Psychic in it. Not to mention, if you try to get back in the lighthouse, well, you can't, because for some reason the doors are locked. Very strange. Oh well, we came here for a battle and, well, we got just that. In fact, if you did choose to come up here, that was pretty much the last Pokemon guild that we can face. Not much else to do now, is there? I mean, Team Ragnarok is disbanded. We've beaten almost every guild master in the region, not including the ones from the Double C. And we've pretty much discovered every non-legendary Pokemon in the entire region. So, what are we supposed to do from here? Well, we'll have to find out next time, as our journey through Cryoto continues.